Welcome to this latest edition of this little podcast here, the Black Hole Podcast, as I call it. I know most people have been watching, they've seen The Slap, they know about Will Smith, they know about all the trauma and drama he's going through, and you start to think, okay, he's tall, good looking, millions, famous. And this guy is having trouble with his relationship. You know, it all comes down to that. He's having girl problems, having woman problems. And he can have trouble. So I want that to dispel the myth that having money, having looks, being popular, you know, whatever, gets the girls, makes it easy. No. It's not easy. It's always going to be a challenge. In some way, it's always going to be a challenge. Even though the woman 100% supports you and backs you, there's always some challenge there. You know, like they said in the Bible, woman's punishment was to have to suffer during childbirth, maybe die. The man's punishment for getting cast out of the Garden of Eden, the man's punishment was to have to toil forever for all his days. And part of our toiling forever is having to deal with women. Okay. This episode, I'm going to talk about, I'm going to give a little advice as an older man, you know, recently turned, I'm out of my 30s now officially, so I call myself an older man now. I'm an older man that has about 25 years of experience with women. I'm going to give some advice to the younger men out there, because I think younger men, you get the dating advice, quote unquote dating advice from guru type fake dudes. None of that stuff's real world advice, and it doesn't apply to everybody, because if you don't have a Lamborghini, then a guy, you know, trying to flex with money, that's not going to apply to you. If you don't got a six pack, but my bad. If you don't got a six pack abs, you know, you're not in shape. A lot of that stuff won't apply to you either. You got to think, okay, what's some basic core advice that would apply to 90% of dudes listen to us out here? Okay, when I say young men, I mean men under 25. Because to me, a man really doesn't come into his own, know what kind of man he's going to be until he's around 25. It takes us a while sometimes to get together. It's like to find, you know, who you are, what you're all about. You know, 25 onward, the core of who you are is not going to change. It's just that you're either going to get better or get worse at doing what you're already doing. So either you're going to improve who you are, or you're going to just get worse. Okay. But under 25, you're a young man. So you're 18, 19, whatever. You listen to this, but no, you have a way to go still. Just take your time. You'll come into your own eventually, you know. It takes time to even know your strengths, your weaknesses, understand your plus and minuses. At 19, 20, you don't know all your strengths and weaknesses. You don't know your plus, your minuses, because you haven't been tested in all scenarios yet. By the time you're 25, you should be thoroughly tested in life. Okay. I would say my first bit of dating advice for the young man is, number one, keep dating to a minimum. A lot of these dudes, you're dating too much. You don't want to date, okay? You don't want to date at all. You either want to be pursuing a hookup or pursuing a courtship. Okay, I'll define what I mean by dating right quick. Dating, to me, dating is just a basic, you're going out, trying to get a feel of a person, kind of like a little preview of who this person is. Because on a date, no one's who they really are anyway. The woman's not going to show her true colors. So you're just trying to get a basic feel, trying to sum her up, kind of see where this can go. Okay, that's what a date's for. Okay. You want to avoid having too many dates. I would say you give a woman one date. From that one date, you should know, okay, this is going to be a hookup thing. Now, you should know the hookup beforehand. You should be able, because most people are going to meet online. If you meet online, you should already know if it's a hookup or not. But let's say you you don't know, you start at zero. You don't know if it's going to be a hookup or what. Maybe you know her from school, you know her from university, work, whatever. You're not quite sure, so you got to kind of fill it out. Okay, after that first date, or during that first date, you should know, is this just going to be a one-time thing, a hookup, repeated hookup, whatever, or just courtship? And what I mean by pursuing courtship is a serious relationship that intends to, that the idea is to lead to marriage, something substantial. I'm not saying you're going to lead there right away, but that's you, like, okay, you're like, okay, this girl I can do something with. Okay, a girl that you figure you can do something serious with, that she might be someone that could be in your life, be a benefit to you, that y'all might have that that type of connection. Okay, that person, that's who you pursue the courtship with. And like I said, don't got to be immediate marriage, that, but something that she can see, okay, we're working towards that. This has a potential for that. So you should know that in the first day. You should know that in the first day. You should be able to figure out where the girl's coming from enough. You should know what, most importantly, you should know what you want. Okay. Know what you want in life before you actually action. That's important. Too many men, you get in situations where you're not quite sure what you want to do. You're not quite sure what your end game is. As a man, even a young man, you can't operate like that. Before you take a step, think about the possible outcomes and the desired results that you want. Think about that beforehand. And that way your actions can guide you towards the goals, your intended goals. Your actions can guide you, As a man, you have to always be in control of the situation. Meaning the situation and how it's going to affect the things you want in life. Not control of people. A man doesn't have to control other people, but he needs to control the situation that he is in regards to himself. Okay. And part of that is actually understanding yourself. You should understand yourself more than you understand anything else, anyone else. So sometimes, instead of looking towards the God to your left, the God to your right, turn off the TV, turn off the YouTube, turn off the radio, whatever. You just need to sit with yourself sometimes. Sit with yourself and realize what is it that you truly want. And not just for dating, not just for women, but what is it that you truly want with life anyway, with career goals, financial plans, fitness, health plans. Sometimes you just take a time out to be with yourself and think about yourself and what it is that you want to do. Stop looking at everyone else for a while, because deep down, your capabilities. You know what you're good at. You know what you're not good at, because you're the one that has lived it. You're the one that has to go through these tests in life. And like I said before, as you go through more tests in life, you get tested more struggles, more experience, get more XP points. You level up. You start seeing what you're good at, what you're not good at, and then that'll help give you insight. So take your time. Take your time to understand yourself. Like I said, it's going to take you to 25 till you get the basics down. It doesn't stop. It continues. You're going to keep refining yourself, keep learning more about yourself, keep improving yourself. That's the idea anyway. If you don't do that, you just end up being a bum one day. And we don't want that. But date less as possible. You don't want to date. That's the key. That's the key there. You don't want to get caught up in this cycle of, I date every weekend. No, that's useless. That's useless. You might get that girl that you're pursuing a courtship with. Pursue that courtship. Ideally, you should find that one. Boom, pursue that courtship. Or if you're just not in that mood, you've already been on a date with these women that could be a possible hookup. I'm going to hook up with that woman and then go back to about your business. Dating, to me, it wastes time. It wastes a lot of time because it doesn't lead anywhere really. It doesn't lead anywhere. Just going on a date, basically going out, having a good time. Maybe, I don't know. In my experience, dates weren't that fun. Usually I had like 1 or 2 dates I actually enjoyed the date. But in the end, it's like, okay, I could have went out with my friends and hung out. I would have more fun. I could have did something else. I could have stayed at home. That would have been more enjoyable and saved money. And you would have saved money because usually the guy got to pay for the date. And I mean, you better pay for the date if he even hopes anything to come of it. Really, I don't think you even want to date a woman that does not want you to pay, because that kind of woman, they usually got some kind of ideology, some kind of feminist thing going on. I prefer traditional values. So if a woman says like, I don't need you to pay for anything for me, it's like, I don't know, I can't work with that. Maybe someone else can, but I don't want to try to work with that. But if you're just seriously trying to knock it out of the park, get some women. If you are just trying to hook up for a while, which I think is okay. Some of us are ready, actually. My older brother, for instance, he was ready to settle down early 20s. He was ready to do that. Been married ever since. Been the same woman ever since. He's okay with that. He doesn't want to have other women. But me, I wasn't like that. I wanted to have just, I like having experience. I wanted more experiences. It wasn't until late 30s I even thought about actually seriously getting married. Seriously thought about even doing that. Not until my late 30s, actually. Because I wanted to do things a different way. But if you're going to do that, be responsible. Use protection. Protect yourself at all times. You got to protect yourself at all times. Meaning not only from disease and unwanted pregnancy, but from situations too. You gotta be kind of picky about who you're hooking up with. It's best. Hey, no, don't. I'm not a fan of going to the club and hooking up. No. You want to kind of know who you're hooking up with. So like I said, if you go to take that date, do that one date, know her, she's cool enough, if you can pull the hookup off, if you can get the hookup pulled off, keep in contact with her. So be nice to her. Stay in contact with her, because then y'all can have hookups, over and over again. Just don't make no babies, and ain't no problem there, But don't try to make that into a courtship later. Just keep in his lane. That was hookup, stays a hookup. That girl you're courting, it may end or whatever, but keep in his lane. If you see that courtship's failing, if she's not the right one for that, if she got some bad attributes, cut her off too. Your time is valuable. Your resources are valuable. You are also valuable. I always treat women with respect and kindness, because maybe later on they'll keep you in their mind. They'll associate you with positive things, so they'll keep you in their mind, and that come in handy later. It really can. Later on, might come in handy. They might hit you up one day for some reason, and you might partake. So, but that was my dating advice, and it sums up to my dating advice for young men: date as less as possible. Don't date too much. And I think everyone could follow that there. That little bit of advice there. Don't date too much. Know what you want. Are you trying to hook up? You trying to court them? Make some serious. Know what you want from the get-go. Control the situation. Control yourself. Understand yourself, because that will give you insight to understanding other people and understanding the world. And that's it for this one. I don't know. I might go into some more. I might put some more advice out there, but that's number one. Okay, that's it.